Yay! Welcome to another food video session, food blogging. Yes, so today we're looking at beans, gobe, bean stew. It's a special 3-in-1 video, and we're going to look at how to do, boys favorite. Girls, we also eat it too. Please don't be deceived. Yes, so today we're going to do gobe in different styles, different forms. Send you to me, well, style I share fatal and I'll pen and I simple mano. Now I want to sa now beans stew sukaka. No here. See, for the most important, they're going to need beans. Beans no misrel, you mahoro. The back shem kakra as we go on further. So your major ingredients is the beans. You need some pepper, onion, ginger, garlic. Yes. And I just blended all of them to get the mixture. And of course, I need a bit of tin tomato for the stew and some red oil. You can also use a plain oil. Some veggies. I added a bit of mackerel. You can actually use herrings or any smoked fish you have. Some onion, salt to taste. Yes, to your preference. So I begin by actually bringing to boil my beans. Please, when you're buying beans for gobe, be very careful. We have different types of beans. We have the very small ones, which takes quite a long time to cook, which is very hard. Let me put it like that. So those ones, when you cook it, are still hard. Those ones are for soup. And you have those that when you cook it a bit, it becomes very soft. So that one is for gobe. So when you're going to buy beans, you need to be careful, or you need to prompt them what you're going to use it for, especially when you don't know them too well. Yes. So you start off by your stew by bringing your oil pouring your oil into your pan. You're adding your onion. You're adding your Kako. Then I added in a bit of the blended onion, ginger, garlic, pepper to it because I wanted to spice the oil up. So you see, I scoop a bit of it because sometimes you may want to eat your gobe, which is just your beans, and some may want it with oil on top. So I scoop a bit of it out. So if you're just doing the gobe, you do a bean stew, you could just spice your oil up a bit and then eat it with it. So once I scoop that out, I just added in my tomato paste. I actually forgot to take it out of the freezer. It was a bit frozen, so I just added it in for it to soften and simmer into it. Now I'm checking on my beans and you realize everything is boiling. Yes, at a stage when it starts to fully boil, you may have to do it halfway, else before you realize it's going to boil over. So once my tin tomato is melted and my stew is forming beautifully, I'm just going to add in my mackerel and my veggies. So I use some beets and I use some carrots. You can use herrings. Honestly, herrings work best. I think this day when I was cooking this, I didn't get the herrings I wanted, so I just made do with mackerel. But mackerel also worked. But if you use herrings, Charlie, it gives you extra points. Yeah. So yes, bean stew. You need to make sure you do your stew first. You do the stew, then you add in your cooked beans. So just be mindful of the type of beans you are using. Like I said, there are some beans. One is saying papa, soft papa. A bit ding still. Yes. So I said I was going to do a bean stew and the gobe. I was also going to do it in 2 different ways as well. So you could do your beans in such a way that when the beans is almost cooked, you just add in your blended veggies to it, your onion, pepper, ginger, garlic to it. You can decide to add tomato if you want to, just a little, and you can equally add in your salt and your palm oil. Someone can decide not to use a palm oil. You can use the plain oil. Then you just leave it to come to boil. So you can use vegetable oil, soya bean oil, coconut oil, whatever oil you want to use, the oil of your preference. Then the other type I did was just the plain beans. So there was nothing else apart from beans with a bit of salt to taste. And do you remember, for most of my beans recipes, I've told you for beans it's good to add in your salt when it's about finishing cooking, so you don't take up so much salt, and so that the beans is able to cook faster. Yes, so this is what I was talking about. You see, the other one, even though the beans has been on fire for long, it's still not feeling too soft. Yes, so you have different types of beans. I specially use this so that people could see what could happen. But then if your beans is, if you realize that the beans you bought, you didn't buy the right type of beans for your gobe, the best thing you can do with it is to do some bean stew with it. Yes, if you do gobe with it, maybe you want one gobe bread. So yes, it's been cooking for a while. For this kind of beans, the big ones which soften very early, these days within 30 minutes when you cook it, it should be done. Oh yes, so it doesn't take too long to cook. But if you buy the wrong type of beans, you can cook it for like 1 hour and it's going to still be tough, because you have beans which is for stews, you have beans which is for wachi, you have beans for making gobe. So you need to be very mindful and you need to take note when you're buying. So the other one where I added in the oil with the onion, pepper, ginger, garlic, see how that's also coming up. It's also thickening beautifully. Don't let it thicken too much on the fire, because when it sits down, it's going to cool and become much tougher. Yes, to make sure it's not too overly drained, the water. Yes, and the last one, you realize that even though it's still cooked, yes, it was looking one. Then pie, and yes, soft pacha. Yes, it's a type of beans. So as I was saying, be very mindful of the type of beans you buy. Okoto beans, no. I said, well, we need beans, we dear, Mr. Catchum, I dare the quay. I tell myself, but already go back, but already beans too, but already young quite. Tell them what you want and let them help you with your beans choice. So, yes, I incorporated my beans, which is cooked, into the beans stew. You realize I didn't pour in water anywhere. I made it thicken too well. Then I placed everything into the stew. Into the Philly say, we did a bean stew and back. And it's very, very tasty. Now, you realize I didn't really add tomatoes. You can add in some tomatoes, especially for the bean stew, when you are blending in your onion, pepper, ginger, garlic. Yes, I didn't really use tomato because I was using more onion, I was using more pepper, and I had enough tin tomato. But then you could decide to add in as well, and say you can equally do that. So yes, this is a simple beans recipe. You can decide which one works best for you, which one you want to try, but give all of them a try. They are all simple to do. Yes, that's the beans stew, dear Charlie. You must give it a super try. Go balance also the men's span. So yes, I served it beautifully with my eggs, some gari by the side, and some plantain. If you want to add any protein to it, you can add. You can feel free to add in your fish, chicken, whatever you want to add to it. Any protein you like, any protein of your choice, you can add it to it. So yes, this is our simple bean stew and gobe recipe. Yes, beans red style. Our pen will be no one's our foul style. Yes, so as I said, just serve this beautifully. Eat it in the morning, eat it in the afternoon, eat it in the evening. Beans still do ya So yes, this is specially dedicated to my boys. They've been asking and then their boys, you come online simple cry. So please give this a try, but please do well to like, subscribe, and share. If you've not clicked that notification button, please, you see where they've written subscribe, the red button, just hit the subscribe. There's a bell by it. Hit the bell and select the notifications you want, whether you want to customize, whether you want all of it, just select, especially the top one. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next food video. Lots of love from my team and I.